has never seen a stage full of black folk talking about the urgency of now. Climate justice, climate equity, climate resilience. It's going down Tuesday, June 18th, 4 to 7 p.m. at the California Science Center in Exposition Park. Admission is free, but you must register at KBLA1580.com. Once we reach capacity, you'll have to watch us on C-SPAN. But if you want to be in the room when we go live from Los Angeles, Tuesday, June 18th, head to KBLA1580.com right now to reserve your seat. Caring about the climate, caring about the community. With KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your blast.
Deepak say, hey! I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this is going to be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff? The child wasn't his, and you still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss. Is there something wrong up there?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with a bad touch routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams.
Reason and accountability.
The voice of reason.
All right, let's talk conflict. Many couples struggle to resolve conflict in their relationship because they fail to recognize that conflict has three sides that are present in every conflict. You have the past, the present, and the future. The past asks the question, what am I bringing with me into this conflict? My past baggage, my wounds, my insecurity, past trauma, how is that impacting my either overreaction or the way I'm interpreting the current situation? The future question says, what is the goal of this conflict? Hopefully it's unity, resolution, but hopefully you've got a vision for where you're going as a couple, which helps put the current situation in perspective. And then the present asks the question, what is the exact issue that we're dealing with right now? So we don't go historical, we don't go futuristic, but what is the issue that we need to stay on right now? So today, when you're in conflict, ask these three questions to help resolve conflict better in your relationship.
Listen, if you really love me, we should make it through hell. I'm sorry. I have to say this. Listen, man, God created the devil. Y'all think the devil is the dude on the hot sauce bottle. Pitchfork with the little. The devil just represents challenges. What brings challenges into your relationship? Humanity. Right? My attachment style. My communication style. The baggage I come with. Listen. This is why relationships fail. When's the last time you looked at conflict in your relationship from the perspective of collaboration? Let's figure it out. Let's work it out. Let's heal it. Most of us, once a wound gets touched, what do? We go to take care of the wound. The wound takes precedent over the person and the relationship. We don't collaborate to heal. We turn into pain narcissists. I'm in pain right now. It's about me. Let me deal with me. Do you see? I'm sorry. We don't look at conflict or the pain we cause each other. We don't look at it from the lens of compromising. We see it from a selfish lens. Am I compromising myself by giving you another opportunity? By saving this relationship? Do you see? Relationships are what? Disposable in this superficial society. The reset button is conflict management for most people. I'm sorry. Do we look at it from the lens of active listening? Let me understand in context and all of the nuance of your thought process when you had a human moment. And let me see if I can empathize with you from that Nah, you crossed the line. Do you see? This is why people avoid conflict, because they don't know how to manage it. They don't know how to use it for transmutation. When was the last time somebody hurt you and you became accommodating to what caused them to hurt you? See, we look at pain from a selfish place. You hurt me, so you owe me. Do you see how this can exacerbate? Spiritual people can still pour from an infinite cup that is rooted in the source of God while nursing a wound you gave them. Truly spiritual. Are y'all ready for tonight? I don't know if you're really ready for a relationship. Most of our relationships are fear-based. What we doing? If it don't serve your highest good, I need to leave if it don't serve me. Again, service is dyadic, two-way street, right? Bidirectional. Can you serve the healing process in a person that hurt you? I'm not saying a person that abused you. I said a person that hurt you. If they're abusive, leave. But if they hurt you and you love them, do you see? Can you still be accommodating? Like, oh, that's asking too much. Well, I guess it was asking Jesus too much to get on the cross. He didn't even want to get on the cross. Garden of Gethsemane, like, man, these people don't even believe in me, dog. Like, oh my God, man, if it be thy will, let this cup pass from me, because these fools ain't even on my team, really. Like, even the disciples sleep. I told y'all to stay awake. Even Jesus was like, nah, I'm cool. I guess that's people's justification. Well, if Jesus couldn't stick it out, why would I? Let's get back to Mimi. Mimi, what are your final thoughts?
Okay, I have a question, because you said a lot. I thought you were talking about, are you talking about spiritually fighting about really, really important things, or are you talking about, fighting about money, or which is important, or sex?
It's
what kind of fighting?
Important. It's all important. We fight over superficial things. We fight over big things. We fight over small things. And what I'm trying to call into question here is your fighting style. Where did you get it from?
Right.
Are you more loyal to your fighting style? Are you more loyal to winning? Right.
And I just have one more question.
Go ahead.
If I'm going to forgive an affair, is there a number? We're talking 1, 2? Seriously, how many affairs are we supposed to forgive? Wow. Serious question. Seriously.
Oh, that's big.
I'm serious.
Oh.
Yeah, since you're saying
you could always
Jesus
listen.
And on the cross and all of that.
I'm just going to say forgive all of it. But just understand forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean taking them back.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily mean that. But I would say the whole taking back process depends on the investment, who you guys are, what you guys are to each other, right? What you guys mean to each other. See, sometimes we make the hurt mean more than the person. This is why you hear me always talking about how most people don't understand the core tenets of actual relating when it comes to love, We live in a society where you got all these young people running around talking about love ain't real or love is not enough. What? Okay, cool. All right. Anyway, right? You see what I'm saying? This is a whole culture of weirdness happening that isn't in alignment with the universe.
Yes.
So for the ancient Asian brothers, our Far Easterners, to see the love relationship between air and water and recognize that air and water both have currents and waves, then to sit down and say, feng shui. That's what that is. That's feng shui. Feng shui means air and water. They move the same. It's about harmony. That's pretty deep, right? If the universe is in alignment and alive, that's love. The tree breathing in carbon dioxide. That's its oxygen. It breathes out oxygen. You breathe in oxygen. That's love. That is unforced reciprocity. That's what unconditional. Are you seeing what's happening here? I'm giving you unconditional things that are happening, that are just based on nature, the flow of how things in relationship. You need to line up with these ideas. And these ideas were written by these wounds. And if you trespass against these wounds, do you see? That's why I say in 10 years, you guys will see. There's going to be some kind of psychological breakthrough that's going to say, hey, we've been doing this all wrong. We've been trying to protect the wound when we should have been doing what Rumi said. Rumi said, break your heart over and over and over again until it opens. Many of us get our heart broken and we close it. Do you see?
I do. This has been so great, and I wanted to say this. Reggie said it in the chat earlier. Please bring on some of our elders that have been married for many, many years, like 30, 40, 50 years.
I would love to.
I would love that.
Elders, a request has been made. I want y'all to come in. Tell us how y'all been dealing with each other all these years. Tell us how the TV set changed from the big back to the flat. We want to know how y'all made it through. That's what I want. Hey, we appreciate you, Mimi. You brought your city in the building. Thank you so much. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we're going to Oakland, we're going to Atlanta, Georgia, and the phones are going bananas. Get to your lines, 1-800-920-1580.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings will disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
We see a lot of news about teens vaping, but teens see something else. Videos on social media that glamorize it and downplay the dangers of nicotine. How can parents talk so kids will listen? Use facts. 1. Nicotine can rewire teens' brains. 2. It can make teens more anxious. 3. Changes to the brain can be permanent. So even when it hides behind a new look, nicotine is brain poison. Go to undo.org for more.
City of Los Angeles tenants, verify your Emergency Renters Assistance Program status today if you applied for the program. Tenants approved for rental assistance are protected from eviction for non-payment of rent through May 31st, 2024. And it's illegal under law for landlords to refuse rental assistance to you based on your source of income. Refusing assistance can be used as an affirmative defense in an eviction case. So check your application status now at housing.lacity.org. That's housing.lacity.org. Be informed, be protected, be at home.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I
I'm at risk, too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Around here, we don't believe in victimhood. We believe in raising our voices, amplifying black voices in the climate conversation. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
She's a sweet little girl. You can treat her right real nicely all the time. Only tenderonis can give the special love. Special kind of love makes you feel good inside. You believe in love and all that it can do for you. Chance, girl, find romance. Did you find the tenderoni that's right for you? Make it official.
This is the single most powerful thing you can learn in your life. What you need to do is, when you have a feeling, let's say, for me, often anger, frustration, irritation, excitement, love, whatever it is, you want to stop yourself and look at it with a degree of detachment. And you want to say, all right, I'm feeling this anger now in the moment. Where is it coming from? I think it was triggered by what this person said, but maybe it isn't. Let me analyze it. Let me see if perhaps it might have come from a conversation in the morning with my girlfriend or boyfriend, or perhaps it has to do with something that happened a week ago, or maybe it has something to do with some issue in my childhood. Whatever it is, you want that power whenever you feel a strong emotion to be able to step back and analyze and tell yourself, what is it that I'm really feeling in the moment? And look at it perhaps from another angle, almost as if you were looking at it as if you were another person looking inside your own brain, your own body.
That's Robert Greene, right? The author of the 48 Laws of Power, trying to teach you how to disassociate from the feeling, right? To observe your feeling, right? Without judgment. You hear Krishnamurti say the highest form of intelligence is to be able to observe without judgment. He's saying observe without attachment. Well, I'm not attached to the feeling. It's just a feeling. It's gonna go away unless I feed it. Let's get these callers in here. Nazarene X, he's been on the longest. Let's get him in here. Nazarene, Atlanta, Georgia, talk to us. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
I don't fight fear. That's my part, man. I don't know how to do it. I'm still working on that part.
No, we all struggle. I struggle with you. Sometimes I be like, okay, you got one more time to say the
Bruh, stupid better shut up.
I'm saying, and I get women who will say things to me with the sweetest voice. You know, like, your mother should have done a better job with you. Be like, what?
Yeah, see, depending on the rapport,
you be like,
the way you...
What? You understand what I'm saying? You should have been spanked more. Huh?
They be flirting with you like that? Or just depend on who's saying that?
No, I'm just saying, like, people who actually supposed to love me will say things like that.
Yeah, see, and that's what, like, I feel like sometimes, yeah, the energy be asking for the graveyard.
But I've learned, some of that stuff, all of that stuff, that's their stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, and anything you give in return is a type of petrol. Like, it's a fuel. Right. So, and you ain't got to be a narcissist to be trying to get fuel out of, or a reaction out of something. And I started to realize that, like, you want to see the other twin, Gemini's other twin. You want to see the Kendrick that was battling. You want they not like us. That's what you want to see. But they don't want to see. But I learned.
Then they turn on it too.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, sometimes you have to be aware. And I always say this all the time. You have to be aware. And once I read this in a book, it put me on this journey. It's not the issue that is your issue. It's how you respond to the issue that is your issue. Now, that was Ron and Mary Hulnick of Santa Monica University, which is this spiritual university out here in Santa Monica, California. And, they got the spiritual courses. The name of their book is called Unity to Your Soul. Or, yes, is it Unity to Your Soul? I think that's what it's called. I'll find out again. But, that's what they said in that book. It said it's not the issue that is your issue. It's how you deal with the issue that is your issue. And that led me into the attachment styles. If somebody say something to me, I'm going to be reactive. Why? You start studying and reading. The amygdala controls the emotions, and you get out of whack with that. The amygdala is part of the old brain, the limbic system. You start thinking, the frontal lobe is the smart brain, it's the unathletic brain, the one that slows down and thinks. You start to think like, you're not going to. I'm not going to let you rattle me. I'm not going to let you rattle me. And I think sometimes you get with people that be on that.
I feel like, and I think it's both a think and a feel thing, right? So, in terms of love, should we be thinking? I understand bringing logic and rationale into the picture, right? But how do we resolve internally if you say you had any kind of steps or whatever? Like, how do we marry the thinking mind and the feeling heart, if you will?
So let me stop you right there. The name of the book is Loyalty, not Unity. Loyalty to Your Soul. Now let me go back to your question. First off, love is irrational.
Yeah, okay.
That right.
Thought I was tripping.
So listen, if you want love, you got to do away with structure. That's by definition, that's unconditional love. So
therein lies our problem.
So listen, our Kushite brothers, right, from the Kush Mountains in Asia. known today disrespectfully as Hindus. Look up Kali, the goddess Kali. Look her
Yeah,
up.
that's Miss Chaos, yeah.
That's feminine energy gone. What? That's unconditional love.
And I love her.
Do you understand? California is named after that. Kali,
Right.
the goddess Kali. Do you understand? Like, the female side. Listen, they say, well, the female side? What are you talking about, Zoe? Yeah. You have a right side of the brain and left side of the brain. For many years, they said, oh, the left side of the brain is masculine. The right side of the brain is feminine. They might not say that today. But the left side is logical. The right side is illogical, according to phrenologists, which is pseudoscience now. Right? They said the right side of the brain was useless. Man, that's the tap-in side. That's the spirit side. Look at how physics lines up with those metaphysical concepts. You get Einstein, you get Newton. Newton got his stuff from Ptolemy, right? You start the concentric circles. Then Newton comes along and says, you know, the universe moves like a mechanical clock, and God is on the outside of it. God's not a part of the universe. What? Then Einstein comes along and creates a more elegant form of what Newton did. But once he came with the theory of relativity, that opened the door to quantum mechanics. Niels Bohr and all these other folks who were fans of Einstein come through and they go, nah, Einstein, you opened Pandora's box. When you start looking at quantum mechanics, it's counterintuitive, just like spirituality, just like unconditional love. Does this make sense, bro?
And that's what we're supposed. Absolutely, that's what we're supposed to welcome the so-called fight because we're immovable in love. Period. Not that we have to.
Why, Let me hit you even harder. You're fighting for a psychological wound and attachment style, which goes back to Buddha. Attachment is the source of dukkha, suffering. That's what you're fighting for, and you're fighting for its ideological representation. It's semantic representation. So many of us get into that damn argument to be right as opposed to being aligned.
Right, man.
Stay with me, Nazarene X. When we come forward, I'm going back to Atlanta. We cooking tonight.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is approving $75 million for a new University of Florida graduate campus in Jacksonville. In March, the Florida Board of Governors approved plans for the new campus that's expected to cost about $300 million. About $570 million is earmarked for K-12 student safety programs, and another $20 million will go towards boosting security and infrastructure at Florida's HBCUs. Exceptions for rape and incest will not be added to Louisiana's abortion ban. The House Administration of Criminal Justice Committee voted 7-4 on Tuesday to reject the changes. The committee's pro-life majority said they're more interested in punishing the rapist than the innocent child resulting from his illegal action. State Representative Delisha Boyd, a black New Orleans Democrat who had proposed the bill to make the changes, says she'll try again every year until the bill passes. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Are you a mental health, social worker, child welfare professional? Consider a career as a certified wellness coach where you can make an impact working with children and youth. Learn more at cawellnesscoach.org. supported by the California Department of Healthcare Access and Information.
Hi, it's Tavis Smiley. First, thank you for your support of KBLA Talk 1580. We deeply appreciate you. So, I get asked all the time, Tavis, when are you going to bring back that State of the Black Union symposium you used to do? You know the one where you had all those black intellectuals on stage every year and everybody watched all day live on C-SPAN? Yeah, I know the one. Let's bring them back. Well, I am pleased to tell you that if you go to KBLA1580.com right now, you can sign up to be in the audience here in Los Angeles when we go back live on C-SPAN with a stage full of black thinkers and influencers for a historic conversation. America has never seen a stage full of black folk talking about the urgency of now. Climate justice, climate equity, climate resilience. It's going down Tuesday, June 18th, 4 to 7 p.m. at the California Science Center in Exposition Park. Admission is free, but you must register at KBLA1580.com. Once we reach capacity, you'll have to watch us on C-SPAN. But if you want to be in the room when we go live from Los Angeles, Tuesday, June 18th, head to KBLA1580.com right now to reserve your seat. Caring about the climate, caring about the community. With KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your blast.
We ask seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number, put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your Senior Medicare Patrol. To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
City of Los Angeles tenants and landlords participating in the Emergency Renters Assistance Program, beware of scammers. Notifications about your application will only come from the City of LA in emails ending in lacity.org. Protect yourself. Contact the LA Housing Department by email at lahd.erap@lacity.org or call 866-557-7368 to check communications you receive about the program. You can also verify your application status at housing.lacity.org. That's housing.lacity.org.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA reminds you that when we fight, we win, and we don't black down. LA Community Action Network, or LA CAN, was formed in 1999 when 25 residents of downtown LA came together and acknowledged the problems that existed in their community and made a commitment to do something about those problems, to stand together, organize, and become a force in the community that demands change. Civil rights and preventing the criminalization of poverty are their core projects. In addition, they take on women's rights, the human right to housing, and healthy food access. LA CAN also has projects focused on economic development, civic participation, voter engagement, and community media. While downtown LA remains their home base, with a particular emphasis on the Skid Row community, in 2007 they expanded their housing and healthy food access work into South Central Los Angeles. LA CAN believes that power for low-income people and people of color is achieved through a large, active, and well-informed member base that utilizes a multitude of methods to advance their messages and goals. If you'd like to join the Los Angeles Community Action Network and organize people to fight back against oppression, please visit cangress.org. That's cangress.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to the voice of reason with Phil Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
voice of reason is back in the building. Do you know how significant the Bobby Brown 1987 year was? Like, y'all don't understand. Like, you gotta. Thriller is 5 years before, right? It's 87. Prince is 4 years before, and then Prince dropped in that year too, and so did Mike. The competition was nuts. Now, we all know Mike is Mike, but Prince dropped arguably his greatest album, arguably. That Sign of the Times double CD album came out in 87. But Bobby Brown was like, what are y'all talking about? He dropped and blew. Do you know how hard it is to blow up in the shadow? He wasn't even in the shadow of Mike. It was like, it's a whole new kid in town. Mike sells 22 million copies of Bad. That's just sheer the Michael Jackson of it all, right? Prince hits us with Sign of the Times. That had a door. That had If I Were Your Girlfriend, Housequake, all these records, Strange Relations. Prince dropped in 87. Man, Bobby slid through there. New Jack Swing. Oh, my goodness. I think he dropped about 15, what was it? I think it was at least 15 million sold. Bobby was a big deal, man. I'm sorry. I digress. That's why I played the Bobby Brown playlist, because, you know, Bobby had gotten into a lot of trouble. Him and Whitney's relationship was quite conflictual. And they was like, this my baby. She be on Bobby's back. This my baby. They went through everything. And I'm not saying, God rest the dead, but I picked Bobby for this conflict song because, man, it's part of the relationship dynamic. I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish it. Just finish it. You can. Come on.
Now that you are here with me, baby, let's do it right. Lady, you know just what I need. I want to hold you up so tight. Baby, just touch me anywhere. Cutie, you turn me on. Ooh, baby, I like to run my fingers through your hair. So come on and stay with me all night. I wanna ride with you, baby, all night long. I wanna roll with you, lady.
You're in a relationship and you still want to play childish games, emotional games like pouting, giving the silent treatment. That's a limbic brain immature response.
Ooh.
Because it's all about, I'm going to manipulate you to do what I want. And that, again, is a childish response. You're in a relationship.
I'm sorry. We got to hear that again. That is a limbic. Go ahead. Play it one more time. That's for the church in the back. Come on.
You're in a relationship and you still want to play childish games, emotional games like pouting, giving the silent treatment. That's a limbic brain immature response. Because it's all about, I'm going to manipulate you to do what I want.
Come on. We cooking tonight. Let me get Nzinga back in here. Nzinga, please make your final thought. Nazarene, I'm sorry. Nazarene, get in here, brother. Please give us your final thought, brother, because we cooking, and I got to get everybody in here. Come on.
Yeah, we're going to pass the baton, man. Shout out to you for doing the Lord's work. You play that, Bobby, when you're on the way home. I think it's important, like you said. It's all alignment. As long as you're not disconnected, I believe that you can maintain unity throughout whatever, man. So just let that be your farewell.
Yes,
One
sir.
love and thank you, Hop.
Appreciate you. You brought Atlanta in the building. Let's get them. Let's get them. Let's get them. And Zinga, Pensacola, Florida, jump in here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Well, good evening, Mr. Zone. My thoughts are every conflict, argument, disagreement is not always egregious. I think some people just kind of by default feel attacked. My Mars is fire, so a lot of times I'm not being confrontational. I'm just maybe challenging you, but not in a negative way. And then some people have to realize my recovery is quicker than other people's. So I
right.
kind of got to pick and choose. Yeah, I got to kind of pick and choose. You know, with some people, sometimes some of my friends who have kids, they kind of used to being a dictator. Sometimes it's a totalitarian type of situation. So sometimes, you know, I don't really like to go back and forth with them too much. You know, and then I have friends where, you know, we can challenge each other. I might say, well, no, I disagree with that. And then they'll convince me. Okay, well, now I do agree with that. So I appreciate those friends because I don't mind, you know, going back and forth about something. And again, the going back and forth is not, to me, it's not negative. Like you said in the beginning of the show, sometimes that back and forth can bring you to a higher, you know, another understanding of something or looking at it a different way.
If it's respectful, that's the caveat. Yes, if it's respectful. If it's disrespectful, that back and forth get old quick.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, see, but my whole premise is saying you're absolutely right, but my whole premise is, for me, with the people I care about, it's never disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of at the age where I don't want to even really do that anymore.
No,
when I was a little
love it.
younger, maybe I could.
I love it. And Zinga, guess what you just did, sweetheart?
Brought Pensacola in the building.
Pensacola, Florida is in the building. We love Nzinga. Call in anytime you want. Let's get Sean, Oakland, California. Make it quick, my brother. We got to move.
Hey, I'll do it quick. I mean, my thing is that if you're in a real relationship, I've been married since I was 23, and I'm 56 now. So the only thing I'm saying is there's no perfect. Thanks, Brother Andy. The thing I'm saying here is that, you know, you're going to have incredibly very difficult arguments and disagreements. And you need to actually show each other that you're standing your place in that argument. And some of these arguments you're not going to win. And you both have to understand that we disagree on these subjects. And when you do that and you respect, that's the last and very important thing, respect the fact that you're not going to agree on this war. This war we're not going to agree on, and we can move forward and love each other like you couldn't believe.
That's right, Sean. Guess what you just did, my friend?
Oakland, brother.
Town business up in here. Come on. Do I got time? Listen, when we come forward, we're going to L.A. and we're going to Houston, Texas. Let's get it.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. Pro Football Hall of Famer and urban peace pioneer Jim Brown believed in just that. So he founded the Amera I Can Foundation for Social Change in 1988, focusing on at-risk and high-risk youth in underserved schools and juvenile detention facilities, as well as adult incarceration and reentry initiatives. The core of the Amera I Can program is its 15-chapter life skills curriculum. Mastery of these skills allows individuals to meet their academic academic potential, conform their behavior to acceptable societal standards, and improve the quality of their lives by equipping them with what they need to confidently and successfully contribute to society. Today, the foundation is led by its president, Monique Brown, who has been actively involved in the organization for more than 25 years. The Amera I Can Foundation continues its work in memory of its founder, actor, philanthropist, and NFL legend Jim Brown. To get involved or make a donation, please visit AmeriICanCommunity.partners. That's AmeriICanCommunity.partners. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
If we're the ones disproportionately impacted by these climate catastrophes, why should we be silent? Turning up the volume all year long on the climate conversation for KBLA Talk 1580.
Family Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. It's time to get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data, and you get to choose who joins your family plan starting as low as $25 a line. Does it have to be family? It can be family or people you like.
Get more lines and more savings. Switch to Straight Talk for family plans starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com. Family plan discount with 4 lines, all on the Silver Unlimited plan. Taxes and fees
My
apply.
mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. They call the Ghostbusters and the end control. Had us throwing parties for a bunch of children. Well, all the while the farmers under the building. So
Hold on. Ooh, Bobby Brown. That Ghostbusters record? Listen, who was a better production crew? LaFace? Babyface? Because you know Babyface did this record. LaFace or Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis? Because, listen, on that first Bobby Brown album, Jimmy Jam inspired Babyface and them to do their thing. On that first Bobby Brown album, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis got some slappers on there too. Man, put that, let's just do a quick little battle real quick. Put Ralph Tresvant's Money Can't Buy You Love. Cause boy, listen, the production is for real. Ralph Tresvant, produced by Jimmy Jam and Sensitivity. These guys were big stars out of one group. Did you find it? Come on.
But I need no friends. I wanted to buy a Benz. I trip around the world. Yo, and oyster full of pearls. Wax and new clothes. Got you bleeding for the nose. A rolling full of dough. Man, anything can be sold.
Man, bring it back. Do you know what you're listening to before it came out? You're listening to Optimistic. Come on, man. Just the production is great. All right, let me get to my callers, man, because we're basically at the end. Ooh, y'all not ready? Don't make me get in my music bag, man. Same record, but different vibe altogether. Do you see? Man, Terry and Jimmy and Terry wasn't no joke, man. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, Atala from Houston, Texas. Get in here. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Uncle Joe. Well, while I was waiting on Moses to come and free us on this long break, I was thinking about a comment that Nikki made in the chat that was really good. She was talking about women basically having to wait for a man to emotionally mature. And so I kind of wonder sometimes when it comes to our confrontations, our fights, our arguments, perhaps it's just our focus is off. If my focus is more so on you maturing, you doing your work, and not on me,
right?
Because I made a point to say that if he's emotionally mature, then you're most likely equally mature in some other area of your life. And I've experienced this, but only through reflection after the relationship ended. And so I think too often we reflect after the fact instead of realizing that, again, I can point the finger at you all day, but then it's like, okay, but I'm really immature in this area too. So it makes sense why I would attract someone who is also immature.
Right.
Anyway.
And did you see how sweet? Wait, but did you see how sweet it sounded? You know, when many women have to wait on men to mature, it's like we have to reframe this. Some women who attract emotionally immature men find themselves waiting for those type of men to mature. Do you see how the way that's worded makes space for the fact that other men out there just so happen to be emotionally mature? I might not be one of them, but do you see it? Sometimes we speak in absolutes, right? Not every man is emotionally immature. And I think that becomes commonplace for our community because we be like, the brother, us, and when he get his ish together, it's like we're all in the same kind of crawfish bucket here, getting ready to get tossed in some seasoned water, and you want to, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Atala, was that your final thought, sweetheart?
And I just have one more thing. We also need to address our nonverbal communication in relation to how we confront one another, because a lot of times that is more damaging than anything that you could actually say to hit below the belt. But that's neither here nor there. So, yeah.
I love it. Guess what you just did?
I brought Houston in the building.
Houston, Texas is in the building. Man, you know I love this show so much. All the people who listen to this show, they actually participate. They be sending me topics. Atala done sent me at least 30 topics. 30, 40 topics, man. Come on. You want to send your topics to me? All you got to do is email me at vor106@gmail.com. Also, this Friday, I'm going to be at The Connect, which is Nipsey Hussle's space. Me and comedian Ray Grady are doing a relationship roundtable. I will be moderating a roundtable at 6111 Gramercy Place, which is called The Connect. I will be there, and it's going to be all comedians. This is going to be like a relationship roast. I think I'm going to roast them and their relationship. It's going to be quite interesting. With that being said, let me get my final caller for the night in the building. We got JW from South Central Los Angeles. J-Dub, talk to me.
Hey, Zoe, I missed school, but I'm in the house now. I took notes. Okay, I'll make it real brief. I'll take off and land. First comment is soul, body, and spirit, because we're three-dimensional, and we need to discard the human nature or the earthly realm, which is human nature, and focus and concentrate on the spiritual universe, which is God. That's that connection, man. That's order and structure and true love. And I'll leave it at that, my brother. Even though I got a mom that's nice Nancy, and I understand that I can't even go through it because I don't have time to explain. But we gonna have to learn and talk, and I'm gonna have to get your books and make it up for my brother.
Wait,
you,
you
man.
said your mother was
knowledge.
you said your mother was nice, nasty.
In reference to how some people can say stuff so sweet and nice, but they can say something that's,
That's a real thing. Nice, nasty. Or
yeah,
nicey. Yes, that's the
right.
word.
I learned that as a child when she was a nurse at Bel-Air Hospital dealing with the white folks, and she said she wanted to cuss them out, but she had to use her mind and be nice and nasty to get the point across.
Sweet and foul. I like it. I love it. Hey, brother, I just want to say thank you for calling in. You know you're always welcome, man. Thank you. So, again, man, did you know the word conflict? I don't know if you guys really want to hear this. Did you know the word conflict also means together, with, and together? Did you? I know people don't want to see it differently. They want conflict to be the joker. They want it to be the bad guy. But from its etymological root, we see early 15th century. We see to contend, fight, struggle. From Latin conflictus, past participle, to strike. Together. Be in conflict. From assimilated form of com, which means with, together, to strike. This is interesting. Very interesting. I'm just going to say this. Conflict can be utilized to heal a relationship. And I don't mean violence. I have to preface, not violence. I mean disagreement. I mean disappointment, dissatisfaction. We can use those things to see how we show up. And in learning how we show up, now we have a place from which to start, right? The great Krishnamurti always said, if you want to change the world, start with yourself. So the world is a reflection of you. The world is a reflection of us. If the world is toxic, it's because we're toxic. And I think that's important to look at in context of intimate relationships. Again, we started the conversation. It's up to you to finish it. Up next on the 9, you got Tavis Smiley. Stay tuned. Please hear his show. It was amazing. I heard some of it today. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. I'll be back tomorrow with a weekender.
You gotta wanna keep your heart. 'Cause I believe so much in we, and no, we're not kidding. If you feel the same as me,